Good evening, learners. Today we'll study about our first chapter of literature, Three Questions by Leo Tolstoy. Before we begin with our chapter, first let us talk about our renowned author, Leo Tolstoy. He was a Russian writer who is regarded as one of the greatest authors of all time. He was born in 1828. He served in the Russian army from 1851 to 1856. He was a nobleman who owned a great deal of land but felt it was his duty to give it away and lead a simple life. He came to be a firm believer in non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi was greatly influenced by his writings. His tales give a true picture of the life of the peasants. He does not tell a story merely to amuse us, but he is teaching us a lesson. And in this story also, he has taught us a very valuable lesson. So first, let us learn about the characters of the story. There are three main characters in the story. First, the king, then hermit and bearded man. The whole story revolves around these three characters, and the conversation also takes place among us these three characters. So our story is, once there was a king who always wanted to begin a work on auspicious time. He was very much curious to know about what is the most important thing to do, what is the most important time to begin an action, and who is the most important person to listen to and whom to avoid. It was his opinion that one who knows all these things would never fail in anything he might undertake. The king announced a wonderful reward for the person who would teach him about the right time, right person, and right thing. Different people presented different views on these questions. Some replied that for the right time, it was necessary to keep track of calendar. Others said that one should never lead an idle time. For some people, doctors were important. For some, priests were important, while some people thought that the warriors were the most important. Some people thought that religious activities were important work. The king was not at all satisfied with these answers, so he decided to visit a hermit. He visited the hermit as a common person, leaving behind his horse and the bodyguards. The hermit was busy in digging earth in front of his hut. The king told the hermit that he visited him to get answers of his three questions. The hermit replied nothing, but remained busy in his work. The king took spade from him and started digging the earth. After some time, the king asked the questions again, but the hermit did not open his mouth to answer his questions. The hermit wanted to dig, but the king did not give him the spade. The king said that he would go back if he won't answer him. At the same time, the hermit informed the king that someone was coming towards them. A bearded man. A bearded man, as you see in the picture, he is a bearded man. A bearded man, badly injured, reached there. The blood was oozing out of his stomach. The king did his best to stop blood and rebandaged his wounds. When the man got up, he asked for something to drink. He slept entire night soundly. In the morning, when he got up, he asked the man to forgive him. He knew the king because he was his enemy and wanted to take revenge. The man wanted to kill the king, but the king saved his life. The enmity turned into friendship. The king was very happy when the man went away. The king again asked the hermit for the answers of his three questions, but the hermit replied that he dug the beds. It was an important time. The hermit was the most important person, and the king's good deeds were the most important things. The most important time is when we have any power. The most important person is with whom we are, and doing good is an important thing. The king was satisfied with the explanation made by the hermit. So, the lesson that we have learned from this chapter is that the most crucial time is the present time, and this is a time when we have the power to do good with the person with whom we are dealing. So, dear learners, this moral lesson we can apply in our real life also by doing good with the person with whom we are dealing at the present time, and by making best possible use of the present time that we have in our hand. So, I hope you all learners have got a valuable lesson from this chapter and will revise this chapter again from the book that are available in our website. Thank you, learners.